target.
He's moving targets.
Laid out before me is my basic kit for this sniper match that I'm shooting right now. The gear itself starts with a rifle, naturally. You want a rifle that is both accurate and durable to play in these tactical sniper matches. Typically, if you can get a gun that shoots about a minute of angle or so, you're in the game. You don't have to spend huge bucks, although you can, but as long as you get a rifle with that baseline accuracy, you can have fun and be competitive. The type of gun is up to you. Most guys run bolt guns, some guys run gas guns. Regardless, having a rifle with a detachable box magazine that can hold at least 10 rounds is pretty critical, and you're going to want a spare magazine or two when you go into competition. Beyond that, you need a scope that has some type of reticle with holdover marks, adjustable target turrets for the windage and elevation. You want to equip your rifle with a good bipod and a good shooting sling. Now, those things are not there just to kind of prop up and carry the rifle around. They are very important parts of being accurate with the rifle. The bipod, for example, what you have to do is when you're shooting from the prone, you need to put a little bit of pressure into that so that you're kind of loading the bipod, taking the flex out of the system, and that's going to help you with your consistency and accuracy. Now, the same thing goes for the sling. The sling, you want an adjustable shooting type sling that you can wrap up with and use to help support your shooting positions. Beyond the rifle, there are some other very basic items that you need. One of them is just this, a very simple pad and paper. This type of pad is made by Right in the Rain, and it's sort of done for the outdoors where this paper can get wet, it's not going to fall apart, and you can write on it when it's wet. And what you do with this is when you go to a stage like the one behind me, you range your targets, you get your dope, and if you want to keep it handy, you can get one of these little wristbands that the football players use to kind of keep track of their plays, and you can put your dope in there and reference it while you're shooting the stage. Now, of course, in order to get those ranges to start with, you need a good rangefinder. This happens to be a range-finding binocular combination. You know, I like this because it puts two pieces of gear in this one unit, and it sort of cuts down on the weight of my kit. For the rangefinder, you're going to want to invest in a relatively good one that can really reliably lays targets out to about 12 or 1300 yards. You know, that is probably a typical maximum distance you often see in most of these matches. Now, another marksmanship aid are these bags and pillows. I bet you didn't know that snipers have pillows. Well, they do. The way these bags are used is to help support you when you're not in a prone position. You might be in a kneeling position. You can put this on your arm and help use this to brace the rifle like so and get a more steady shot. So the pillow is one good piece of kit. You can clip it, it's lightweight, you can clip it right to your sling, and then you have a standard rear bag. This rear bag clips to my rifle as well. It's important to have gear that you can kind of run and move with and not just have a yard sale every time you pick up and go someplace. So anytime you can figure out a way to keep your gear kind of attached to your rifle, attached to your pack, attached to yourself, that is a very smart move. So these are all the basics. You have this kind of gear, a nice pad or a drag bag to carry your rifle in to keep it out of the elements, a pack to haul all this other stuff, and you are ready to compete in sniper competitions.